Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well. This is a new video about versus eSport Championship, and today I am fighting Chardy. So he is a Hwoarang main and you will be playing only Hwoarang today, so it will allow me to spend more time on the specificities of the match compared to my last video against Hwoarang, who was playing 3 characters, so it was a lot of matchup review. But still, there will be many things to learn regarding the matchup. For those who do not want to see the reviews, you will have in the description the links for the next matches. And here we go for the first round, both players observing each other, and here you see that he goes for the right stance, so he cannot block anymore, and I go for wide running 3, which is a very good option, because even his power crush would have been high crushed by the AOP at the end of wide running 3. I missed my wall carry, but it's still a pretty good start. That's a strong lead already. Playing with Ling evasion and I can high crush his power crush. Trying a setup but it didn't work. Now going for the pokes. That wasn't enough but it was close. Nicely done. There's a lot to say about what just happened, but for now he's going for a comeback. Pokes and a launcher again, that should be enough. He has his rage on, the extension, and the round is for him. Nice comeback. So it's 1-0, now he's teasing me, this is launch punishable, nice punish. I can bring him to the wall but I cannot have a proper wall combo, but still he has the wall pressure. Wrong timing, I missed the wall splat, that's a proper wall splat. I get a full juggle, proper wall combo now, that's a lot of damages. A solid life advantage again, but this time I can close it, it's 1-1. He was punished last time, but he still goes for the power crush. It wasn't expected. Now he's going for the pokes. Diokizeme, it works well for me. The pokes on my side, and I tried him with the low, and you saw that he went down very quickly. He should have punished it way harder than that, but this is very smart. We will see it in details at the end. All he needs is a good wall carry. Unfortunately it didn't work, but still he has a solid life advantage going for the poke, and it works. He didn't go for the full extension, so it was punishable only with a jab. That was the wrong punish, and I'm going for the wide running 3. He stepped left, which was the wrong side, but because of the angle I dropped the combo. He's staying close to me, keeping me under pressure. Nothing goes well, I cannot touch him. Finally I got a good juggle, that would be a lot of damages. And that's 5 hits between the launcher and the wall break, so I might not be able to do proper wall carry. Here I'm missing a big opportunity. And now it's his turn to get a proper wall break. He's going for the pokes, it didn't work out. I'm hoping he will be aggressive, but he didn't. And that's a nice wave finish. 1-0 for Chardy. I lost the first match, even so I know the matchup pretty well, I would say, and not only I was careful when attacking, but I punished the very little things that was block punishable. I missed a big opportunity at the first round, but that was so close to be the good decision, and we'll review it. It was very smart from him. So overall I've not been bad, but he earned it, basically. And for example, if you do not know about the character specificities, you might not realize how smart this choice was, but we will review it in details now. If you do not know how to juggle after wide running 3 when your opponent was stepping or jumping, you can go to my match review against Hwoarang to the minute 1930 and you will have the explanation. And if you struggle to bring your opponent from one wall to the next, you can check my video about how to break the wall with Ling Xiaoyu. The links to both videos are in the description below. And now we will do a review of what happened during the match, and we'll try to do it very quickly because there are so many things to say. First, what I am showing you is Hwoarang up forward 3+4, and he can do an extension which is up forward 3+4, 4. The extension can be punished with a shoulder or actually with back 4-4. But if it doesn't go for the full extension, you need to punish it only with a jab. This is what I was saying during the match. And this is the only block punish I missed. Now regarding whiff punished, if your opponent is doing a jab or a grab or anything 10 frame or very fast, and you are making him whiff with AOP, you need to do AOP up forward 3 to get a juggle, because if you do AOP down 1+2, it doesn't work, your opponent can block it. Now I'm showing you with a grab, but anything fast basically the same. And here again it has been a big mistake from me during the match. So when your opponent enters a right stance at distance, you might want to go for wide running 3 because it's kind of safe for you. The only possibility for your opponent is to make you float, which is possible, but as you can see it's kind of difficult for Hwoarang to have the proper timing. If your opponent is successful, then you might not want to go for it anymore, but otherwise, go for it. Now, regarding pokes with Hwoarang, so when a Hwoarang player believes that you will do a low, he can either do a low parry, a low block, or a hop kick. The main difference with other characters is that his hop kick is able to crush a lot of mids. As a Ling Xiaoyu player, what you want to do is maybe a wild standing 2, but you need to do it very fast. For example, here during the match I was +4 on block and still I didn't have time to do it. So it was possible, and actually I missed it for only 1 frame. But if you do not want to have such troubles, you might want to go for a down forward 4 or a back 4-4, which also beats this hop kick of Hwoarang. Now I want to review what happened here, and it's very interesting to understand choices that were made. AOP 4 is +7 on hit and the fastest mid in AOP. The problem it has is that there is a little pushback, and this pushback doesn't allow you to jab afterward, and other poke possibilities that you have will be steppable. I have been using it because I believe that AOP 4 would kill my opponent, which wasn't the case. And obviously you do not want to whiff against Hwoarang with an excellent whiff punisher, so the first thing I did after AOP 4 is to step, and you will see that my opponent might have anticipated it because his move has a proper tracking. So you can step it left, but you need such a good timing, otherwise you will get hit each time. 2 other very important properties: it's a counter hit launcher and it is a high. Now that you know all these, I want you to watch carefully. What I have been using after the side step is 4, so side step 4, which is a high crush. So in theory, it goes under a high. So let's have a look at what happened again in detail during the match. The 2 Xiaoyu are here perfectly sync, and it's only Hwoarang. If you have a look at Hwoarang's leg, you will see that it's only 1 frame of difference between the 2 images. So I basically lost the first round 2 times for 1 frame and for very few HPs. The stage selection system in that game is really weird. We have 2 times in a row the same stage again, but never mind. Let's go. He goes for a poke and I do the same mistake again. Now the power crush. No break on the grab. Diokizeme, have to be careful. He already has a solid life advantage. The power crush again and it worked. Diokizeme and he closed it. It was almost a perfect. Okay, zoning, he got me. Keeping me under pressure, I'm close to the wall. Nice wall splat, huge damages with the wall combo. That's Hwoarang, and that's almost 2 perfect. Almost 2 perfects. Cancelling the power crush, mix up with the low. I can finally have some space, and this is actually super interesting. We will review it. Now he's keeping me under pressure again because I'm close to the wall, and he's taking advantage of that. The grab and no break again. Diokizeme, and so I actually spammed the rage when I was getting up because I was sure it would come on me. So the rage started only after the move and not before, but it doesn't change anything. I lost. And I lost by 4. It was almost 3 perfect. The 2 first rounds I could barely put a shoulder in it when I was trying to get rid of his pressure. And at the last round I couldn't touch him at all. No punish, no throw breaks. And during the pressure endlessly, he was almost alone, like in a training mode, fighting a Xiaoyu that wasn't defending. Still, watch that carefully. That's really funny how you can have things to say about anything in this game, so much things to know. So you saw that I was stepping right, and the reason why I was stepping right is because when Hwoarang is coming on you, for example here, if you are stepping left you can avoid his kick, but you cannot punish it properly with Xiaoyu. You really need to be stepping right to be able to punish it with good damages. So generally speaking, Xiaoyu is bad at doing juggles with an opponent being backward. So if you step left, you end up with Hwoarang's back in front of you, and this is super annoying to punish, as you can see. Now, we will have a look at what was my opponent doing, and generally speaking, what you need to know is that when you see a pattern, when you see your opponent moving in a specific direction, if you follow him, you will end up with him going close to a wall. It's a matter of time depending on the size of the room, and also you need to be careful to the angle to make sure that it's not you getting closer to the wall. Now, if you were stepping the other way around, it would end up with both of you just turning around and around. So this is the very basic of zoning, and it's very important because, well, Hwoarang, for example, is very strong against the wall, but this is true also for Ling Xiaoyu. So now just check again what my opponent was doing during the match, and you will see that my opponent was slowly following me, doing some back and forth to give me an incentive to keep on stepping right, and following me just afterward. And after these few steps, I end up cornered. This being said, we will go directly to the third match, and I really need to wake up now. It has been a blow up, basically 3 perfect in a row. A different map this time, and that's not bad. I clearly need a different match.
Round 1. Fight.
Going for the power crush again. The Okizeme, and he anticipated my AOP again, so he has a clear read on me. Now the wall pressure, the grab, no breaks again. This time the rage went out first, so that's good. I am still in the game thanks to the rage, despite the fact that he has a clear read on me and I was first a bit lucky. The wall, I dropped the juggle, he can take advantage of that to close the round. That's 1-0 again for Chardy. And he goes for the power crush again. I thought I could whiff punish it, but such a nice tracking on the second move of this power crush, the Okizeme bringing me to the wall, and now the wall combo, such damages, look at that, it's almost going to be a perfect. Finally, an AOP that can go through. Thanks to that I can come back in the match maybe. That's a bit unfair because it was clearly a desperate move. Finally some space, so I'm embracing the air here. Joke aside, we are looking at each other, zoning. I attack first, I went for the mix-up, but I should have done the full string. Still AOP saving my ass. AOP was standing for, but this time I will not go for the sidestep. Instead I wanted to put him under pressure and to use my rage, but you saw how fast his rage was. That's a very nice reflex from him and very nice use of his rage. That's 2-0 for Chardy now. And again the power crush, but this time I learned my lesson. Now the Okizeme. I can finally make him whiff. That's a proper whiff finish because it didn't break the throw. I finally have a solid life advantage. It has been a long time. Nice read but wrong punish. Wait for a perfect now, and it works. He had such a strong read on me, but for the 2 last rounds it has been better for me now. He still has an opportunity to win that match, and he went for the grab because he saw that I was very passive at the beginning of previous rounds and I didn't break any throw so far. Now I have the wall pressure. Okay, I can push him away and I go on the right to evade the wall. I see him in the right stance, so I decide to attack as obviously as possible so that he will go for his power crush, but unfortunately he saw me coming and my grab that is supposed to stop his power crush will do absolutely nothing. He is now positive, but still I can place my grab again and he didn't break it neither. That's a nice beginning of a comeback. I'm trying to trap him, but it didn't work. He went for his rage again. I didn't dare to punish it because last time he went for the mid mix-up, going back turn, and this time he doesn't have his rage to stop me. That was very close, and that's now 2-2. I'm back in the match. He goes in stance immediately, so I get back turn, and I was hoping he would jump again, but he didn't this time. He's now building a life advantage again. He will not wait for me this time, and such a grab. Look at the damages of these two hits, this grab and this kick. I'm now almost dead. The Okizeme and got me. That's 3-2 and that's 3-0. So we are good now for today's match. Have not been able to stop any grabs. My opponent could read me many times when I was going in AOP or when I was about to try him. Even my mix-up couldn't go through. So I guess the result is fair. Hwoarang is a very fast character. Here I wasn't even close to get my rage. and I underestimated his tracking abilities, but still I learned many things during the match, and I hope you did too. Speaking of learning, I want to show you the down 4-4 mix-up. So you see that down 4-4 is a low followed by a high, and even on hit you can duck the high and launch it with a hop kick. That's why the mix-up is useful with this mid, which is a counter hit launcher. But what I didn't know at that time is that actually Ling Xiaoyu had the tool to punish both properly. So first I'm showing you what it would give for a standard character trying to punish down 4-4 when it's actually the mid that is coming out. And as always with Ling Xiaoyu, the tool is AOP. Hey Ling, you need to know that because it's a tool that Hwoarang players are using a lot, and if you play Hwoarang you might not want to use it anymore against the Ling Xiaoyu player. Now we will do a very fast review of all options that Hwoarang has when he's right turn. And here again you will see that AOP is pretty good to deal with this stance. And even when it hits, sometimes it would be so slow that still you have time to do AOP down 1+2 and to launch your opponents. So it's a bit long because Hwoarang has so many possibilities, but it's clearly a point that I want to make. And even when he can hit properly, and you see that he could hear, the problem he will have is that this hit is so slow that even on hit, for example with while standing 4-4, it can be interrupted. So not only the reward wasn't that big as you saw, but on top of that, Hwoarang doesn't have the advantage with that hit. So let's keep moving on with that list, and here you see that he can touch me again, but let's try in a real situation. So for example with while standing 4-4, and as you can see AOP down 1+2 is still faster than this. So you can launch it basically. So still no good option for Hwoarang so far. Even so, we reviewed already a lot of moves, but seriously a lot, and it keeps on going. Still, we are approaching the end, and this is only a stance, but the next one is a good move to be used by Hwoarang, but it has its flaws as well. So let's try it again with while standing 4-4, which is a very basic situation in a real match. AOP down 1+2 is not fast enough, so the full string is while standing 4-4, forward 4-4, and if you block it all, you can punish it. On top of that, if you block only while standing 4-4, you can launch it, you have the advantage, but in so many ways. You have so many ways to launch it that it makes it crazy to actually use it on block. And now, even on hit, you end up basically in a while standing position when you're hit by while standing 4-4, so you can use while standing 2 to launch it reliably. You can also use while standing 4, while standing 1, it's only while standing 3 that wouldn't work and that would allow Hwoarang to launch you, but it's such a bad risk-reward for Hwoarang for this move that he should not use it. And actually after while standing 4-4 you never see them using it. So let's keep moving on now. And it's another move that can beat AOP, but can it really? I love Ling. This being said, on top of that you can interrupt it on block, and even on hit you can interrupt it. So the risk reward here again is not here at all. Another move that could beat AOP, but the risk reward is really bad for Hwoarang. So it's such a low damage that you will get out of it, but you can basically launch it by interrupting it again, so it's not usable for Hwoarang. Even on hit you can interrupt it. And another one with the same story, again it's not a good risk reward for Hwoarang, they cannot use it and they won't use it. So you see that there are many possibilities with that stance, and none of them are actually good to be used against Ling, because here we are talking about AOP again. Against a normal character they have many possibilities that are very annoying. We finally reach the end, and you will see my point now. And finally we reach it. It's actually the only option that is good for Hwoarang, because even so you can interrupt it, you will make him float, so you won't get a lot of damages out of it. When Hwoarang will basically launch you, so he will get a lot of damages out of it, and it's safe on block. So it's the only hit that has a proper risk reward, and guess which one he has been using during the match? Hwoarang players never use that tool, and when you see the huge list of commands of possibilities that they have after while sending 4-4, it cannot be a random choice, and it shows that my opponent has some proper knowledge about the matchup already. Here is the very last possibility that they have, and it doesn't touch AOP. So if you are a Xiaoyu player, you will want to go in AOP after while sending 4-4, and now you know how to deal with any possibilities that Hwoarang's player might have against AOP. That's it for today. If you enjoyed it, do not hesitate to like, share and subscribe. You can ask your questions in the comment section below and I will try to answer it. Thanks for watching and I will see you around for some more Ling Xiaoyu's videos.